Hello Geminis, welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked. The tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. I do that by using this plain deck to bring in the star sign or the type of star sign of the person that we are doing the read about. Three of Hearts. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? Okay, so I didn't get to say everything else I was going to say about that, but there you go. It is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Not every read can resonate with you. If this one doesn't, maybe next one will, or perhaps one of my previous ones. You can find them in the Air Signs playlist. Okay, we are doing a read on the Three of Pentacles, which came out in the Full Moon All Signs overview I done. We've got the Three of Wands to go with. Can you see something kind of happening here? The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Three of Hearts, the Three of Wands to go with it, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the main energy of the overview was Urus in reverse. Now, Urus is about new starts, having strength, having pure primal power. But in reverse, it's kind of perhaps you're using that power against your own advantage, sabotaging yourself with your own power. Perhaps you're coming on a little bit too strong or something like that. Yeah, loads of cards just fell out there. It could be that things are sort of stagnant now and they're not starting. They've sort of stopped after the initial start. The Three of Pentacles is all about working with someone. Well, perhaps you're working with someone and you're going in a little bit too strong. Maybe you're trying to muscle in and become the leader of the team or something like that when you don't quite have the credibility to. Or it could perhaps be your person is doing that. We don't know yet. We can flip that over because we know what that is already. It's the Three of Hearts. It's a water sign which is 5-ish years younger than you. Okay, just there is going to be the energies around your person. Just here is going to be the energies around you. Just here is going to be the outcome of this combination of energies. Okay, at the end of the read, we will get something off the universe. Now, the Three of Wands in the pre-cut is telling us that there is someone trying to get something started. Someone's setting the intention to do something, but they haven't quite got to that point of doing it yet. The Knight of Wands is a drive. It's a drive to do it. The Knight of Wands is very driven. They're very driven for their own ends. Right, okay. So I'm going to pick that one for the card for them. Yeah, we'll take these. That one is the card for you. That one is going to be the combination of what the energies are going to bring, and this one off the bottom is going to be the overall energy of the read, and I'm going to put them back in there. Okay, so let's try to put them somewhere where they don't interfere. We got the Devil coming out for your person. We have got the Ace of Pentacles coming out for you. We have got the Justice, and we have got the Queen of Pentacles coming out for the overall read. This looks, I believe, very similar to Taurus's read I done. It was a couple of days ago when I done Taurus's read. I have had a little break. So yeah, it looks very similar. The Queen of Pentacles is an energy of being secure within one's own. Is it me? Has it all just got darker? Not really. It just seems darker. Okay, it's an energy of having everything together. Okay, it's like you're happy with how things are. Queen of Pentacles. The Devil in reverse. Well, the Devil could be that you are bound to something which you don't want to be. It could be something toxic. It could be some sort of addiction. It could be someone betraying you. It could be someone playing away. If it's in a work situation, it could be perhaps an employee is looking elsewhere for jobs and talking to other competitors and things. If you're an employer, it could be that you're thinking of getting rid of them. But this is in reverse. This is breaking away from all that stuff. And it maybe they're breaking away from some sort of toxic behavior they have. Bearing in mind, this is the energy around your person. All right, let's just pick up this one, which went miles and miles away. I don't think it could have got any further away from where I was doing the read from. We got the 9 of Wands. They are being a little bit defensive at the moment. We've got the 10 of Wands. They're wanting to bring something to an end. We got the 4 of Cups, which is basically they're a bit dreamy. Okay. And the 9 of Cups, they're a bit dreamy. Don't normally get that off the 9 of Cups, but I'm going to put this into a person, okay? Your person is someone who is recovering from, I don't know, recovering from an addiction, perhaps. Maybe recovering from a long-term relationship after it's broken up. They are very closed off. They don't really like to let people into their private world. With the 10 of Swords, they tend to cut things dead. Okay, if a conversation's going a way they don't want it to go, they will just like cut it and we're change the subject, just drop it and move on and things like that. They do have this dreamy aspect. Is you might see this person kind of like staring out into space for a long time. And to be quite honest, with the 9 of Cups coming after this, they're kind of actually dreaming about the future they want, their happy ever after. Okay, their sort of hopes and their dreams. The combination of the two kind of is indicating they don't take much action on the emotional side of things. This person could be quite emotionally closed off, very contradictory for a water sign. Okay, so, and there's the 9 of Pentacles. They are free and single. This Devil is most likely a long-term breakup, okay, or a breakup of a long-term relationship, and possibly even a full-blown marriage, children, divorce. Okay, it could be just indicating that they have come into some sort of money somewhere, a windfall. But a windfall doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could be they may come into possession of a lot of important or precious information. Okay, perhaps someone's given them this idea for the company and they're sort of maybe mulling that over at the moment. Okay, so the energies around you. The Ace of Pentacles. Well, this is a start. You want to start something. Okay. You might not want to yet. You will be wanting to start something. It's a slow start. It's starting small. This is kind of like the energy of if you were thinking of doing a YouTube channel, for example. You might be sitting down in the evenings brainstorming for ideas, how to introduce it, how to start it, where it can go, how to keep it going, and like basically laying and building the foundations for said YouTube channel. I say that because I have a little bit of experience in YouTube channels, and because I have one. You're watching it. Okay, and I have been in that energy. Oh shit, Devil's out again, look. Oh, and okay, so you are either coming into or wanting a new beginning. This is, as I said, it's a slow beginning. Your YouTube channel might, in 3 or 4 months after you started it, maybe well, you could be really, really amazing and have it in a week of after starting it, really blow up into something big, and you could earn a little bit of money off ad revenue and the like. You might get affiliates in. You could do all sorts of things. It can make you a lot of money. But that will be down the line. This is a slow, gradual build-up. And perhaps you're thinking of going self-employed. Perhaps you're actually thinking of starting a relationship. And this would then be at the stage of you're actually just approaching the person and just talking to them, getting to know them before asking them out on a date or something like that. The Ace of Wands is saying that you want this passionate beginning as well. It's all because it's passionate doesn't mean it's a person and you want to be dating them or jumping into bed with them. You could have passion for your work. You could have passion for the YouTube channel. Yeah, your YouTube channel could be about crochet, which is what you're really passionate about. I don't know. Okay, so the 10 of... 10, it's not... I've called that a 10 a couple of times. The 10 of devils. I wanted to call it the 10 of wands. This devil energy around you... Okay, now this could be a person, this could be a group of people, this could be a competitor. It's one way or another. It could be anything like that. It could be that you have an addiction of some description. Maybe that's how you know them. Maybe you know them from some sort of recovery class or group, or maybe you share your addictions together. But I'm pretty sure that this is some sort of a breakup. But perhaps you know them from that partnership. Perhaps you know their spouse or something like that. It is kind of putting into, this situation going on up here, either prior to or as it's now happening. But it's also saying there's something a little toxic around you. And this could be what's holding you back. Perhaps, as I said, perhaps you're getting bad information or something like that. The King of Pentacles is saying whatever you're trying to start is going to be successful, despite this devil energy. This devil energy will just be a hindrance. It's going to be a burden. I nearly called it the 10 of wands. It's going to be a burden. Okay, it could be just something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you've got a drinking habit, and instead of going home and concentrating on finishing off your next croquet tabletop or tablecloth, you decide you're going to go and stop off at the local bar and have a few drinks. But because of your drinking problem, that few drinks actually turns into a whole night and probably an illegal drive home. Okay, so that's kind of like what that is saying. But if you can work with this, you can be successful. Bookending our Ace of Pentacles is the Death. Something's, I'm going to say, broken. Something broke in your life recently, which is allowing this new start to come on. It could be perhaps a passing of an elderly relative, and they're the ones who taught you how to do your croquet, for example. And that's driven you to maybe now share it out with other people. They shared it with me. I want to share it with other people. And that will be where the new beginning is coming from. You also have the 9 of Pentacles as well. Now, if you're already in a very loving, established relationship, then this is not about you being single, but it could be about you being independent. If, for example, you're doing your croquet knitting YouTube channel, yeah, this could be the fact that this creates independence for you. This will start to roll in the finances and allow you to make your own money, make you less reliant on other people. Okay, now if you are starting a YouTube channel, drop it in the comments, let me know. And while I'm talking about comments, I'd just like to quickly say at this point, thank you if you have subscribed to my channel, or if you have liked this particular video so far. All this interaction with my video or my channel will help the algorithms push me up further up the view lists, which means I can help more people like yourself. Okay, the other thing, this 9 of Pentacles, I just saw what that went on top of. The other thing the 9 of Pentacles could be indicating is that you are going to be getting a windfall as well. You could be coming into some money. You could be getting a jackpot of some description, or an abundance of wealth, or an abundance of knowledge, or an abundance of something. And in your particular case, it is more so, because underneath your 9 was the 10, which is the abundance of, literally, in the book, it's an abundance of wealth, in an abundance of wealth in a generational sort of way. You will make so much wealth that your children and your children's children could be living off it as well. Underneath this is temperance. This is not going to happen overnight. This is going to be a gradual build-up. We already know that from the Ace of Pentacles there. And then we got a Page of Wands, which I quite often see as a minor arcana of the Fool. The opportunities are going to be there for you. All you have to do is reach out and take them. But don't go blindly into it, I feel, is a warning from that. Normally I would say don't worry about the consequences with the Page of Wands, because the Page of Wands is very childlike. They will act and then think about what's happening, where I'm actually saying, yeah, think about where it's going to take you. Think about those consequences, especially with this energy kicking around you. Okay, so the sort of outcome from this, working down through the Devil in reverse and your new beginning, this is going to create a balance, a justice, okay, of some description. Perhaps this could be your spouse, your partner. They're breaking away from their toxic habit, whatever it may be. You're starting a new career or something like that, and it works well. You're going to start supporting them as they're breaking out of their habit and things, which brings balance and justice. It could be that they've become free and single after a long, drawn-out relationship, while you're starting this, and they might come and help you and support you and balance things out that way. Perhaps you gave them a lot of emotional help in the past and during the breakup, and now they're coming back with a financial help, because the balance doesn't need to be the same thing. Okay, yeah, there's that old saying, what weighs more, a ton of feathers or a ton of coal? Neither. They're both a ton. You put them on the scales, they're going to balance. Yeah, one's nice and soft and the other one's hard, but that makes no difference. They're both a ton. So as long as the energies put in are of equal measure, it doesn't really necessarily matter what those energies were. So they could be helping you financially to set up your enterprise here after you help them emotionally getting through, because they seem to be stagnant on their emotions. This is more of at the moment. Maybe they're not always like that. Maybe it's because of this devil they're breaking away from down there. And so the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands here, between the two of you, yeah, you're creating a burden. That burden, I feel, is on that devil. Yeah, the 9 and the Ace makes 10. But the defensiveness of the 9 and the passion you have in the Ace is laying the foundations. I said here you were laying foundations for something, and here it's coming out here. The 3 of Wands, again, we had it in the split when we were splitting them. It's coming out again. You're laying the foundations for something which hopefully will give you security. Okay. Now, there is another way. I'm going to read this quickly now. Again, this could be that they are your partner, or possibly were your partner, because they brought it to the end somehow. Yeah. And that's put you in a bit of a toxic energy. Okay. Because you're now being forced single. You both had that 9 of Pentacles, the card of being single and independent. It's also the minor arcana of, or the stepping stone to the Empress. It's the 7-9 Empress kind of thing. Maybe with the Queen of Pentacles after that as well. But it's kind of maybe knocking you back, maybe holding you back. Yeah, you may have committed to this relationship fully, and now it's all broken down, and it's been rather painfully and maybe even betrayingly broken on you. Maybe that's holding you back from wanting to commit to something else fully. Maybe you're only committing 90 or 80% instead of 100. But ultimately, it will create a sense of security, a sense of happiness. Any secrets between you two will be coming out with these two energies. Yeah, perhaps they might be finding out about your insecurities with the devil there. Perhaps you're going to be finding out about how this person can't quite be just trusted, and they might become a bit of a traitor to you and betray you somehow. Yeah, but you will be finding out, and it's always better to find these things out. Okay, with the 4 of Cups and your King of Pentacles, your success is what they kind of dream for, and this is going to cause pain. Okay, you're going to feel, I wouldn't say, I'm going to actually say more of a guilt. You're going to feel guilt because you're doing successful while they appear to be not doing anything, not progressing in any field of their life anywhere. But this is a sort of an energy around them. It's, they've got free will just as well as you. They can choose to like ignore this woe is me energy of the Four of Cups and drive on forward through it, or they can choose to sit there and wallow around in their own pity and procrastinate with some time. The Nine of Cups, the Death card here. Well, this is their hopes and dreams, and maybe you're dashing them somehow, but it's leading to a soulmate card. Perhaps they are hoping and dreaming for someone they can spend the rest of their life with, their soulmate, their forever person. Yeah, perhaps something on your end has come to an end and you are growing something new. You could grow into that position. Either way round, the Six of Cups will be either talking about a contract you two are going to create through this. Perhaps they just dream of sitting there creaming off a certain percentage of someone else's earnings, doing nothing for a nice retirement package or something like that, and that's how it's going to work out through some sort of contract. But generally it means reminiscing about past happy times. So the outcome of their wishes and your new beginning there is going to create an atmosphere of past happier times, perhaps individual different times for the both of you, but perhaps you can both reminisce. Perhaps there's some common ground where you both have this happy past memory you can look back on. It is also a card of procrastination. When you're thinking back of past happy times, you're not really concentrating on moving forward. Crossing all this is the Queen of Wands. This is telling me that the outcome from these energies means someone is going to be putting a face on it. Okay, if that makes sense. I don't know if my terminology does make sense there. They're going to be putting a mask on. It's going to be like perhaps they're feeling very down, hurt, angry, sad, upset for all the stuff they're currently going through. But when they're at work, to the outside world, to all their friends, they're getting on with it. It's like, yeah, well, it is what it is. These things happen. But when they get home, when they're alone, they're sitting there crying themselves to sleep at night. Or possibly the opposite. Maybe they're perfectly, absolutely happy with the situation, but don't want to be showing the world that. So when they're out and about in public, they may be crying and putting on a little bit of a show for everyone that, oh, this is really hurting me. Oh, I never saw this coming. And then get home and think, God, it's really nice being without that person. They were starting to draw on me a little bit. I'm so glad it's all over. Or something like that. Okay, because they could be just trying to get some sympathy. Okay, so universe, what else would you like to tell Geminis about? Yeah, how about their croquet. I'm not sure if I've been saying it right throughout this whole video. Have I been talking about the knitting thing, croquet, or have I been talking about the lawn game? I don't know. I know they're slightly different. Okay, so the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is all about communication. It can sometimes indicate a third party, depending on what other cards come out with it. We did have the Knight of Wands come out, and the Knight of Wands would be making that a third party. But this is about communication about love. It's definitely a communication about love. And there's the Knight of Wands. Okay, there could be a third party involved in this as well. Okay, and a choice. Okay. So, there's the Knight. I'm going to start with this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, yes, it can sometimes be seen as a third party energy. It's seen as the player, someone who moves in quick, gets what they want, and then moves on to the next one, leaving, well, someone in pain. And it's funny, it's falling straight down into that category as well. And we had it in the split and all. With the King of Cups, that's a card of indecision, of diplomacy. The Ace of Cups is love to be given, generally speaking. Okay, and as this is a general read, we will just go with the generalization of the card. And the Two of Wands, a choice to be made. Now, the communication, the Three of Cups is about rejoicement, communication, social networking, group bonding, and the like. It's why it indicates a third party, because obviously those last few things I said indicate third parties. You can't do social networking with just two of you. You can't have group bonding with just two of you. That's called a relationship. Okay, so there's you and them, and then there's someone else. Now, the love is there for you. Yeah, this could be saying that there is love coming in, but perhaps they're with someone else at the moment, and they might be trying to juggle you both, or they have a choice to make. This could be you could be meeting someone new and feeling the love is there, and you have a choice to make because you might be with someone else. If you remember, we had the Nine of Pentacles there and there. There is a freedom for both of you. Perhaps you're meeting each other, and this is not so much a player card as such, but a passionate movement forward, leading you to a future choice after making the decision. Crossing this all is that Nine of Pentacles again. That's the third time that's come out as a crossing card in this read now. It's the whole freedom thing again, or at the very least, independence. Yes, you might be going into a new relationship with someone else eventually when you decide to do it, but when you do, you're going to passionately charge forward to it until you get to a point where you actually have to make the call. Do I just keep it as a bit of fun on the side, or do I commit fully to it and make it a full-on relationship? If whatever choice you make there is this independence. You will not go in there getting yourself bound into another situation. You're already bound into one already. Okay, so that is your read, Geminis. No, yes, Geminis. Hopefully it resonated with you. If it did, that is fantastic. Yeah, all good. If it didn't, don't worry. Okay, thank you for watching it though. That also helps my channel a lot, or any channel a lot, not just mine, any creator. If you watch any video, try to watch it till the end. Yeah, because that shows the algorithms people like the video. Okay, so it pushes you up higher. And all these things what help us, the creators, in the algorithms, also helps you, the viewer, in the algorithms, because the algorithms then know what type of video you like to watch. Yeah, maybe you put a tarot read on and you watch the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes just to get the rough gist of things. Yeah, but then you put some sort of camping video on and you watch the whole thing. The YouTube algorithm is going to start favoring the camping videos over the tarot reads. You not that interested in tarot reads, but you are in the camping. Okay, so it's kind of how it's the best way I can describe how it works. If you there's channels out there will tell you how it works a lot better than I do. And I'm not here to do like algorithm dissections for YouTube. I'm here to do you a tarot read, which I've just done, which is okay. So yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this read. If you did, brilliant. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you next time you're viewing.